Hey guys, my name is Venerson, and I'm going to be teaching you how to make a chord progression using pure data. Before we start making a chord progression, we need to know the difference between edit mode and performance mode and how to get there. So if you press Control E, a little hand should pop up, which means that you're in edit mode. In edit mode, you're able to edit anything in your pure data file. If you press Command E again, you'll see a little arrow. This means that you're in performance mode, and basically you're able to do anything you want, click, and just basically make your pure data file work. Again, the next thing is speakers. Okay, so this DAC down here stands for digital audio converter, and basically the two corners on top of here are your speakers coming out from your computer, and each of these lines coming from each of these branches sends a pitch to each of these speakers. So if a pitch comes from here, it will only go through the left speaker. If the pitch comes through here, it will only go through the right speaker. And if the pitch comes from here, it will only go through the right speaker also, because the lines are connected onto the right side. But now we want to make sure that each of these corners are connected to both of these speakers right here. So to do that, you press Command E, and a hand should pop up. Now go to your very leftmost branch, which is right here. Go to the very corner until you see a circle. You're going to click that circle and drag it all the way to the right speaker. That way, any sound that comes from this branch will come through both of the speakers. Same thing for this branch right here. Click the corner right here, and since it's already connected to the right speaker, you have to make sure it's connected to the left speaker. So connect it right there. So, and the line should connect these two, which means they're connected. And the same thing for this branch right here. Go to the very corner until you see a circle, and connect it to the right speaker since it's already connected to the left. Sorry, connect to the left speaker since it's already connected to the right speaker. So, and it should look like this once you've done that. So any sound that comes from each of these branches, it will all come through both of your speakers. The next thing is we can start building our chord. Okay, so but first, before we start building our chord, we should make a reference chart. So if you get out of let's see, no, go to Put and go to Comment. Click Comment, and maybe put it. Let's put it right here. Click that, and the chart will be numbered from 0 to 11, representing half steps coming from C. So if 0 is C, press enter. 1 would be C sharp, 2 would be D, and so forth, so forth. So finish your chart like that. If you're out of space, you can just keep typing. You can move it later. Okay, that should be enough. You can, if you hold it, highlight the whole thing, you're able to move it. Let's move it somewhere where you'll be able to see it, but so let's move it right here. This has space, right there. So type in, nope, press enter, 10, A sharp, 11, B. Okay, so there's your chart. Okay, now we can start putting a message in. So go back to put, and hit the word message right there, and then just put it right next to this box right here. Okay, so the first thing you want to type is a semicolon. This semicolon is basically just computer language that is basically telling this whole pure data to do something. So once you type in semicolon, press enter, and then start typing transpose after that. Press space. Now, since let's see, hold on, let's go back to this one. Okay, so this would be our second chord. This would be our first chord. So we're trying to build a 1-4-5-1 progression in the key of C. So the first thing to build a C major chord is to make sure that this first line right here is coming as transposing a pitch of C. So you would need to delete this 4 and type in a 0. Because based on our chart right here, see that 0 equals C. To build a C major chord, it's C, E, G. So transpose 2, which means transpose 2, you need to put a 4, so put a 4 right there. Transpose 3, same thing, it would be a G, so it would be a 7, so put a 7. 7, there you go. Yeah, so that's your C major chord, and each of these lines right here tells each of these separate branches to play a certain note. And make sure that you have the semicolon right next to it, or else it won't work. So that's your C major chord. Now we're trying to build an F major chord. So since the first branch already has a C, you can just keep that C. So put a 0 in the semicolon, press enter, and type in transpose 2. If you do not type in this 2, it'll just confuse it, and it won't know what to do. So make sure you type in the 2 to direct that pitch to this branch right here. So 2, and let's see, F would be 5, so put a 5, semicolon. Press enter and type in transpose 3. Transpose 3. Space. And we have C, F, and all we need is an A. An A in this case is a 9, so put a 9, semicolon. And that's your F major chord. So that's your 1. So this is your 1 chord, and this is your 4 chord right there. The next thing, so basically you could do the same thing with another chord. You can put another message here, and then put semicolon, enter, and then type in transpose, and you can, whatever chord you want to build, you can just put the corresponding number right here. So let's say you want to do a 5 chord, so you would look for G right here. It would be a 7, so you would type in 7 there, type in 7, enter, and then go to transpose 2, space. We have G, now we need B, so and then B in this case would be 11, so type in 11, and semicolon, enter again, transpose 3, space. We have G, now we need D, so D in this case is a 2, so put a 2, semicolon, right there. So this is your 1, 4, 5 progression. You can do the same thing again with another 1 chord to finish it out. So just keep doing that, or you can make the progression as long as you want, but toward the end, it should look something like this. I could get it right there. So I have my 1 chord, my 4 chord, my 5, and then my 1. You might want to switch some of the numbers around just because it might sound a little weird, voicing might not be right, etc., and all that. So you can just adjust the numbers however you like. Just make sure that it's how you want it to sound. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna go into performance mode now. So if you click Command E, you'll see this arrow. I don't know how to make it sound without hurting your ears, but let's see. I'm gonna try it. This little box right here, when you opened your your pure data file and hit DSP, digital, I don't know, digital sound production, I think is what it's called. Okay, so go to media and go to audio settings and make sure that this output device, it says built-in output. Press apply and press OK. Good. So now your audio is on and this should be on. So if I put the volume, okay, so do you hear that? You can hear it. That sounds really bad. Yeah, that's the sound it makes usually. So I can't really show it to you without hurting your ears, but if you put headphones in, you should be able to hear each of these chords as you click through them. So if you sing a note, let me turn it off, it's kind of annoying. Okay, so if you sing a note, you'll hear one chord, and make sure that you're sustaining a pitch. So you would sing ah, and then you hear your one chord, sing the same pitch, you hear your 4 chord, your 5 chord, and your 1 chord. So, but yeah, so let's see. So we started from, let me delete all this. Delete all this. So we started from, so your patch should have looked like this at first, in the beginning, and toward the end it should have looked like this. Well, I still need to connect these two, but I showed that to you guys already, so that's fine. But yeah, so that's how you make a chord progression. And if you ever mess up, there should be a link below the video where you can just re-download the patch and start over. So, okay, that's it. That's how you make chord progression.